The smile froze on Gregor's face. He lowered his head as though in shame. After a minute or so passed, shrouded in heavy silence, he finally answered. "Yes. I thought that if I do it when you sleep, you won't have to suffer." Unseen to him, a bitter grin appeared on Sonny's face. A long sigh escaped from the young soldier's lips. He rested his back against the cave's wall, still not looking up. "I don't expect you to forgive me. This sin, too, will be mine to bear. But please, if you can, find it in your heart to understand. If things were different, I would have gladly faced that monster to let you escape. But my life does not belong to me alone. There is a duty I'm sworn to fulfill. Until it's done, I cannot allow myself to die." Sonny laughed.
You people, look at you, planning to kill me and still insist on having a good excuse? How very convenient. I hate hypocrites like you the most. Why don't you be honest for once? Don't give me that crap. Just say it. I'm going to kill you because it's easy. I'm going to kill you because I want to survive.
Gregor closed his eyes, his face full of sadness. "I'm sorry. I knew you wouldn't be able to understand." Sonny scoffed.
What's there to understand?
He leaned forward, anger coursing through his veins.
Tell me, why do I have to die?
The young soldier finally looked up. Even though he couldn't see in the dark, he turned his face in the direction of Sonny's voice. "That man was a villain, but he was also right. The scent of blood is too heavy on you. It will attract the beast." Sonny swallowed a lump in his throat. He couldn't believe he let himself feel rescued for a second. This man was even worse than the openly craven men like Benny and Fraser.
You can just let me go, you know. We'll part ways. After that, whether or not the monster finds me won't be your problem.
Gregor shook his head. "Dying in that creature's maw is too cruel a fate. It's better if I do it myself. You are my responsibility, after all." Sonny rolled his eyes.
How noble of you.
He leaned back, dejected. A long silence hung in the air for a beat. Eventually, Sonny raised his voice again.
You know, when I just came here, I was ready to die. After all, in this whole world, 2 worlds, actually, there's not a single soul who cares whether I live or die. When I'm gone, no one will be sad. No one will even remember that I existed.
There was a forlorn look on his face. A moment later, however, it was gone, replaced by mirth.
But then I changed my mind. Somewhere along the way, I decided to survive. I must survive, no matter what.
Gregor gave him a thoughtful look. "To live a life worth remembering." Sonny grinned. A dark gleam appeared in his eyes.
No, to spite you all.
The young soldier was silent for a few moments, then nodded, accepting this answer. He rose to his feet. "Don't worry, I'll make it quick." Sonny scowled at him.
Aren't you overly confident? What makes you think you'll be able to kill me? Maybe I'll kill you instead.
Gregor shook his head. "I doubt that." But in the next second, he staggered and fell on one knee. The young man's face turned deathly pale, and with a pained groan, he suddenly vomited blood. A satisfied smile appeared on Sonny's face.
Finally!
Unable to stand, Gregor remained on his knees. He braced himself against the cave wall. The lower part of his face was covered in blood. Astonished, he was staring at his hands, trying to understand what was happening to him. What magic is this?" With wide eyes and a pale face, he turned to Sonny. Was that thief right? Did you put the curse of the Shadow God on us? Sonny sighed.
I wish I had the ability to throw divine curses around. But no. To tell you the truth, I don't have any abilities at all.
Gregor struggled to stand. Then, how? The young slave shrugged.
That's why I poisoned you all.
Gregor flinched, trying to comprehend his words.
What?
Sonny shrugged.
After the tyrant first attacked, you sent me to search for water. While gathering flagons from the dead soldiers, I squeezed bloodbane juice into each one. Except my own, of course. Not enough to taste it, but enough to slowly kill anyone who would drink from them.
The soldier gritted his teeth, struggling through the pain. A sudden realization appeared on his face. So that's why the other two were in such bad shape. Sonny nodded.
Benny drank the most, so his condition worsened the fastest. Frazier was also not long for this world, but you finished him off before the poison could. Yourself, however, it was as though bloodbane did not affect you at all. I was really starting to get worried.
Gregor's face darkened. I see. I understand. He thought about something, then looked at Sonny with surprise. But back then you didn't know that we would turn on you. Sonny just laughed.
Oh, please. It was obvious. Benny was the kind of man who would kill for a pair of boots. Frazier was like a wolf in sheep's clothing. People are selfish and cruel in the best of situations. I was supposed to believe that those two weren't going to do something terrible to me when faced with certain death?
Gregor spat more blood. Then, what about me?
You?
A disdainful expression appeared on Sonny's face.
You are the worst of them.
Gregor clutched his chest. Why? Sonny looked at him and leaned forward.
I might not have learned much in my short life, but I do know one thing,
he said, all traces of humor gone from his voice. Now, there was only cold, callous contempt. Sonny's face hardened.
There is nothing more pathetic than a slave who begins to trust his slaver.
Hearing these words, Gregor lowered his head. I see. Then, suddenly, he laughed. You are a wicked little shit, aren't you? Sonny chuckled.
There's no need to be rude.
But Gregor wasn't listening to him.
Good. This is good. My conscience will be clearer.
The young slave sighed in irritation.
What are you mumbling about? Just die already.
Gregor chuckled and suddenly pierced him with a stare. Somehow he didn't look so sick anymore. You see, that plan would have worked if I was a normal human. But alas, my soul core has awakened long ago. I've slain countless enemies and absorbed their power. Bloodbane poison, unpleasant as it may be, can never kill me. Sonny's eyes went wide. The situation had suddenly become very, very bad. Sonny turned around and tried to run away, but it was already too late. Something hit him in the back, sending his body crashing into the rock wall. Ah! With a scream, he felt a sharp pain piercing his left side. Rolling out of the cave, Sonny clutched his chest, scrambled back onto his feet, and ran, trying to escape the narrow crevice. He managed to reach the old path, finally being able to see the stars and the pale moon shining brightly in the night sky. But it was as far as he was able to get. As the cold voice sounded behind him, Sonny froze. Stop. If Gregor had an awakened soul core, he had no chance of getting away from him. In a fight, he had no chances at all. Turn around. The young slave obediently turned, holding his hands up. He looked at Gregor, who was wiping the blood off his face with a displeased look in his eyes. The two of them stared at each other, shivering in the murderous cold. Gregor's lip curled up at the side. Was it worth it? You know what? Never mind. Despite it all, I will be true to my promise. I'll make it quick. The soldier unsheathed his sword. Do you have any last words? Sonny did not answer. However, a small silver bell suddenly appeared in his hand. Gregor frowned. Where were you hiding that thing? Sonny shook the bell. A beautiful, clear, ringing sound flowed over the mountain, filling the night with an enchanting melody. Panic rose in Gregor's voice. What are you doing? Stop! The young slave dutifully stopped. The soldier's eyes darted around the room, trying to determine what had just been done. What was... Right under Gregor's bewildered eyes, the silver bell disappeared into thin air. He looked at Sonny, stumped and suspicious. Tell me, what did you just do? But Sonny didn't answer. He hadn't said a single word ever since escaping the cave. Right now, he wasn't even breathing. Gregor, on the other hand, continued to speak. Tell me right now, or you will regret it. Sonny would not be scared. He would not be intimidated. He was a child of the shadow, and they were wrapped in darkness. He looked past Gregor and stared into the darkness. A small smile grew, and it spurred panic in Gregor. What is it? What did you do? Tell me, you little shit! Sonny raised his eyebrows. You'll find out. Soon.
Hey amazing viewers, it's Sonny here. Thanks for sticking with us. By the time of the release of this video, only 9% of our viewers have joined the party by subscribing, and 91% of you might miss out on our next mind-blowing video. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join the exclusive club.